Go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Derek, your unfit fit guy talking about fitness. And today we're talking to Nikki, the fitologist, about nutrition in the days of coronavirus COVID-19. Now, we're not telling you to ignore the other type of advice out there. We're actually telling you to talk to your primary healthcare professional and listen to the CDC and your local county government for tips on how to stay safe. However, today, for us fit folks, we're going to talk to Nikki today to see what are some of the best practices for folks like her that are very active and folks like me that are not so active that want to fight off this virus naturally. So, Nikki, how are you today?
Hi, how are you, Derek?
I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. Thank you for joining us. And before we start today, I want to do something kind of special for our audience because I want to make sure we always give folks something to take home and something that's useful right away. So right off the bat, we're going to go to our Surgeon General, not in person. We're going to look at a video from Surgeon General on how to make masks. Okay, so I'm going to do that right
Okay.
now. All right.
Here's how you can make your own face covering in a few easy steps with items you can find around the house, like an old scarf, a bandana or a hand towel, or you can make a face covering out of an old t-shirt. Fold it to the middle from the bottom, fold it to the middle from the top, fold it again to the middle from the bottom, and again from the top, and then two rubber bands, one on one side and one on the other side. Then you fold either side to the middle and you have yourself cloth face covering. It's that easy.
Oh yeah, we just watched the video. It was great, and now we know. I'm going out. Just full transparency. I'm going to Costco later. I don't have any face mask. I'm going to take a shirt and some rubber bands and some string and figure something out, or maybe put a scarf on my face. So hopefully that will work. So for people out there, you can't say you haven't gotten anything at all today. You definitely got that. You heard from the Surgeon General himself on how to make your mask, right? And now you're going to hear from Nikki, the phytologist, on how to eat better. So Nikki, that's how do we eat better in terms of protecting ourselves from viruses? What do we do?
Well, usually you want to start off with something green, like your leafy greens, your dark greens. You want to do a smoothie or you want to do a green drink. I usually juice my vegetables and my fruits, or I can actually make a smoothie out of them. So it's up to you. However, it's best to start your day with something green in your body.
Great. Now, when you say something green, I think when we were talking before, you were saying there's something about alkaline foods and something about acidic foods that affect the body in different ways. What are we talking about when we're talking about acidic foods, and what are we talking about when we're talking about alkaline foods? Because it sounds like what batteries and batteries like alkaline batteries and battery acid. What does this mean for our bodies?
Well, the thing is that so a virus cannot live in an alkaline environment. So what that means that you want to make sure that you're eating your vegetables, your kale, your cucumbers, your celery, your apples, your kiwi. You want to do your green peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers. All of these different vegetables and fruits, they actually have vitamin C in them. And then also a lot of the greens are superfoods and they actually alkaline your body just as well. Now the starches, as far as the potatoes and the fried chicken and what else? The rice, all the starches and high carbs you want to stay away from because what you're doing is actually your intake, you're putting in acidic foods into your system. So a virus lives off an acidic environment versus an alkaline environment.
Oh, cool. Okay, okay. So, what are some examples of the foods that we should be eating in terms of those leafy vegetables, those other types of delicious, I wouldn't say delicious, but those type of healthy foods?
Well, you can do your kale, your collards, Just like I said, you can do your cucumbers, you can do your celery, um, any type of green, dark vegetables,
Okay.
or you can do your fruits just as well.
All right. So picture this. Going to Costco today, and I want enough energy efficient foods or enough foods to last me a week or 2 weeks, I guess. How much do I have to get? So, I mean, how many bags of leafy vegetables do I need to sustain myself for a couple of weeks or to last me for a couple of weeks? Or is that unreasonable?
Well, usually what I do is when I buy my fresh vegetables or fruits, I usually go to the store like once a week. So, however, you can also buy frozen fruits just as well. And what I try to do, or what I do, is I stick to organic vegetables and fruits. Organic, you have less pesticides and also non-GMO. So there are conventional vegetables and fruits, and then there are organic fruits and vegetables.
Okay, and Nikki, I just put up a graphic, okay, just to let you know. And this graphic has on it a list of alkaline foods. It shows beet greens, chard greens, spirulina, dandelions, sea veggies, celery, alfalfa, cabbage, other types of edible flowers. What types of foods do you recommend? This is for the average person, and then let's get into how to prepare these foods.
Cabbage, you can do your dandelion, you can do your kale, you can do your collards, you can do your chard. You can just like you have your beets, you have your avocado. So it's just all types of different varieties of vegetables and fruits that you can actually eat versus eating a lot of starches and potatoes and rice and all of those type of bad foods.
Now, I noticed online that because once we started talking about this, I was like, okay, let's see what's going on here. What's considered acidic? And I saw something odd on the list. It said wine was acidic. So are we
Yes,
saying that we should?
wine is acidic. Yes, it
Okay.
is.
So are we? How many glasses of wine do you recommend if you're trying to stay fit? You're trying to keep your body strong to fight this virus. What type of, I guess, regimen can you have, or how many glasses of wine or drinks can you
No more
have
than two. No more than two.
per day or per week?
Um, you try. Well, the thing is that you try to limit yourself from alcohol because alcohol has a lot of sugar.
Okay.
A lot of sugar. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, a glass of wine is 120 calories. 100 between 100 and 120, maybe 170 calories per glass.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so not only does it have a bunch of calories per glass, then it also weakens your immune system, I guess, if you're trying to fight off a virus.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And that's because
So
of
what you
mhm.
try to do is what you want to do is try to stay from all acidic foods.
Okay.
However, just like I said, if you're going to do a glass of wine, you can do a glass of wine maybe once or twice a week, no more than that. Two
Okay.
glasses, because I know you said how many like you can have per day or per week or whatever. So if you're going to do wine, you can do. I suggest maybe once or twice a week, but it shouldn't be every day.
Okay. Okay. So now we know maybe less wine. What about whiskey? Now, a lot of us, not mentioning any names, but some of us may be taking shots saying, okay, my throat itches. I need to take a shot of whiskey or something just to make sure that I kill this virus. What what do you say about that? Do we not do the shot thing, whatever, or how does that affect anything at all?
I can't really speak on that because
Okay.
I don't drink whiskey. So
All right.
um
All right.
so however, what people want to do is try to stay away from any type of alcohol.
Right.
Any type of alcohol during this time, through this COVID-19. You want to stay away from alcohol. You
Okay.
want to keep your body alkaline at all times because, just like I said, a virus cannot live in an alkaline environment. Uh, Viruses only like acidic environments. So with that being said, just like you said that you're going to the grocery store today,
Right.
so you're going to get your leafy greens. So if you want something to last for 2 weeks, you should go to the frozen section, and there are different organic foods that you can buy, like your spinach, your kale, your broccoli, all of those things that are in the frozen section versus getting it fresh, because fresh foods actually go bad quick. So if you're not
Oh.
eating them every day,
Mm-hmm.
because like usually I eat my vegetables and fruits like every single day. So my veggies and my fruits, my fresh fruits and vegetables, they usually last me for maybe a whole week.
Now, is there a way to prepare your vegetables that is better than others? So, for instance, you have string beans, for example. Is it better to steam them or to boil them? Or can you put them in a pan and saute them with a little bit of olive oil? What
Yeah.
are some of the best ways, or is the main thing just to make sure that you imbibe eat these things?
So the thing is with that, you can steam your like the string beans, you can steam them, but don't overcook them.
Okay.
You can use olive oil, but maybe a tablespoon of olive oil, because keep in mind, olive oil has a lot of calories just as well. However, you do want to coat the pan. If you want to supplement with, have a spray, the Pam spray, that
Hmm.
actually has 0 calories. So if you really want to, and I guess, I don't want to get too, deep into it, but if you don't want to use olive oil, you can use Pam.
Okay.
And Pam has like 0 calories. Butter, not too bad.
Delicious, delicious butter. Mm.
Yeah. However, but keep in mind, butter has less calories than olive oil.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
However, you just can't use a ton of, butter or a ton of olive oil. However, not margarine. Stay away from margarine. You do not want to use margarine. So if people don't like olive oil, you can substitute for real butter.
Okay. So the bottom line is eat more alkaline foods, less acidic foods. And alkaline foods are what again? Just give us a quick rundown of your favorite alkaline foods.
Cabbage,
Hmm.
cucumbers, celery, avocados, broccoli, string beans, chard. You know, how many?
Okay.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. And also, I beets for iron. So if
Okay.
people are low on iron, you can eat
Beets.
beets. I love beets. At
Okay.
first I didn't like beets because the
Right.
way that they look, but
They
they
look
actually
red.
are
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
They really,
Okay.
really are good. They're awesome. And then you have your berries, your blueberries, your strawberries, your blackberries, your raspberries. So you want to incorporate those into your diet just as well.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today. I think this is great to give people a kickstart on their nutrition and fighting COVID-19. And what about we have like a couple more minutes. What is a nice routine, I guess, to keep your mental going? If somebody is feeling kind of down because this is a kind of a weird period where you have to stay in the house, what are some of the best practices that you take in keeping your mental sound? Uh, for instance, is there a routine? You get up in the morning, do a couple of jumping jacks, walk outside, get some vitamin D. What are some of the things that you do or you recommend for people to do in their routine in a day to help keep themselves going and positive and upbeat?
Well, the first thing that I get up in the morning, I pray, I meditate maybe about 15, 20 minutes. After that, I come down and get my green drink ready. I've been juicing celery like for 7 days, so I've been drinking that. And I will actually drink that on an empty stomach. So, and then after I do that, I will my next time that I will eat will be maybe about 12 o'clock, because I am fasting. However,
Mhm.
we'll talk about that on another
That's a different
interview
story
part.
because
Yeah, that's yeah.
I've been fasting as well, but I need to talk about the other side of fasting where I think I've been fast binging. So I'll fast at 1 o'clock and then I eat the worst things in the world for about 6 hours, which I think I'm defeating the purpose. But we'll talk about that again. So save that, save that.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah,
talk about that again, and because we now are virtual, we're going to try to do our talks a little bit more often. So can we maybe talk again next weekend? Is that cool?
sure, sure,
Okay,
absolutely.
fantastic. All right. Well, that's another episode of DMV Muscles Live with Nick, the Fitologist, Nikki, the Fitologist, and hopefully you got something from today's episode. We're going to be bringing you more information, and we'll hopefully be talking to some other folks as well, trying to get more perspectives and different perspectives. But we're going to consistently talk to Nikki because she has good stuff for us and good things for you and your family. And if you have any comments, comment on this video on Facebook, or I'm going to post it on YouTube as well, and we'll try to address them the next time we talk to you. So on behalf of Nikki and myself, thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful fit day.